Student Hseb Suraj in front of you once again to help. Today I have brought very special poem from class 12 which is Traveling Through the Dark. This poem is composed by William Stafford. This poem had got the National Book Award in the year 1963. This poem is one of the best poems which is based on difficulty in man's choice. This poem is all in all about the struggle between nature versus man. Sometimes we have to think rationally. Which one is the best course for us to choose when there is question related with nature? As we all know about nature, nature is so powerful. Nature has great significance in our life. We all human beings are part of this nature. Nature nourishes life from all sides. But human beings keep on spoiling this beautiful nature for their benefits, being selfish. But nature never demands anything from others. Nature only knows to provide others. That's why nature itself is great and beyond our imagination. Here the main concept is that we should not violate nature's rules and regulations. If we do so, nature also shows its reaction against all the humanity. Thus, nature cannot be defeated. Our hearts, our minds are packed with various feelings, sentiments, emotions, passions, ideas, etc. Sometimes our sentiments are of no use. We simply keep on worrying about something that is useless and nonsensical. We even know very clearly that we cannot do anything against this powerful nature being desirous. But our feelings are totally entangled in a dilemmatic state in some situations. In most of the cases, due to our feelings, due to our sentiments, we do wrong things knowingly or unknowingly. For example, when a snake catches a frog, at the time we feel pity over frog's painful cry. We try to find out a stone or a stick to hit the head of the snake. Being rational, we have to think once. Is it good to kill that snake? What about the life of that snake? What about its appetite? A snake also has to survive here in this beautiful nature. To survive properly, a snake also needs food. In the similar way, the next example is that while watching animals chase in the National Geographic Channel, most of the people feel sorry for deer, buffalo, zebras, wildebeest, etc. Nobody feels sorry for tiger, lions and other carnivorous animals. So why do we feel in such a way? Why our feelings arise just against the nature's rules and regulation? Why don't we think rationally by making proper use of our mind? Why do we use our sentiment in such kind of situations? The same thing happens here in this poem with our speaker. The speaker also feels in a similar way at first. But later on, when he gets a realization about the power of nature, he steps back in his sentiments against the nature. This poem is quite a popular one because this poem has quality and deep meaning about the power of nature versus man. Here in this poem, the actions develop stanza by stanza. Here in this first stanza, the speaker himself is driving his car beside the Wilson River Road. In one of the turnings, he finds a dead doe on the edge of road. The speaker has a very narrow escape from that accident. To prevent possible accidents in upcoming future, he decides to push the doe in the river. In the very next second stanza, he stops his car and gets out of it. He leaves the car's engine and lights on. He moves toward that doe. When he reaches closer to that doe, he discovers that the recent killed doe pregnant because the belly of the doe is large in size. When he holds the doe to push, he happens to touch its belly, which is warm by its side. He also notices some movements in the belly of the doe. The little fawn inside the belly is alive and is still waiting to come out. The little fawn inside the belly is suffocating, tormenting, and suffering a lot. It does not have any idea about its mother's death. This pitiable scene stuns the speaker much. The speaker gets impatient. He becomes restless, thinking much about the little fawn inside the belly. He wants to save the little fawn, but he does not get further steps. He is thoroughly confused. He really does not know what to do next. Later on in the fourth stanza, the speaker describes about the machine and its activities in the surrounding. He looks his surrounding and even at his car. When he looks at his car, the car's engine is on. Its headlights are aiming ahead. Literally, the car itself is suggesting the speaker that he should not stay here. He must move on toward his destination, leaving the situation behind. The speaker also realizes that the wilderness is listening and watching his activities. Finally, the speaker realizes the power of nature and inability of human being in front of nature. Nature is all in all powerful. A man cannot do anything against nature. Nature itself is so great. The power of nature related with birth and death is so high. Here our sentiments, our feelings do not have any value. The writer even feels hard for all of us in this particular situation, especially to save the fawn. He feels sorry for the poor destiny of fawn at last. In a final stanza, the speaker chooses very easy course. He pushes the door in the river and moves towards his destination. So this is all in all about this poem, which is based on difficulty in man's choice. So in front of nature, we are nothing. We cannot do anything according to our will when there is will of nature. Our sentiments, our feelings are of no use when the nature itself is against us. So the important question related with this poem are: summarize this poem Traveling Through Dark in your own word. What is the central idea of this poem? What is the theme of this poem? How does the narrator or speaker feel about the little fawn? How do the actions develop stanza by stanza in this poem? So all these are important questions for you to solve. I think after watching this video, you will get fine points, fine line for you to solve your questions, and it will help you again in your examination too. So thank you very much for watching this video. So we will meet again with next video. Thank you very much.